This video will cover page 419 of our notes, talking about the percent equation. So you can use a percent proportion or you can use a percent equation to answer percent problems. So we do this, the percent equation is a quick way to find part of a whole quantity by multiplying the total or the whole by the percent, but you have to write it as a decimal. So in the proportion, you leave the percent and put it out of 100. If you're going to use the equation, you have to change your percent to a decimal by moving it to the left 2 times. So your part is equal to your total or your whole times your percent that you have written as a decimal. The other thing to remember is in math, of means multiply. So of is your total. So you're going to do 12%, 0.12 of is times 90. So percent times your total gives you 10.8 for number 1. Number 2, 96% is 0.96 of, multiply, your total is 175, and you get 168. So anytime you're finding a percent of a total of a number, you're multiplying the percent as a decimal times that number. 27% is 0.27 times 28, 7.56. Even if you have a decimal started as a percent, move it twice, 0.485 times 300 gives us 145.5. %, again, when you move it twice, you have to add that 0 in front, 0.02 times 138, not 0.2, that would be 20%. 0.02 times 138 gives us 2.76. Number 6, 81.25%. Move it twice, 0.8125 times 248. That gives us 201.5. So when you're reading through these problems, ask yourself, do you have a percent or do you have the total or do you have part of it? So number 7, Kate spent 23% of her last paycheck on groceries. If she made $908, how much did she spend on groceries? So 908 is the total. So you're going to do 23%, 0.23 times or of 908. 908 was her total amount she made. She spent 23% of that on the groceries. So you're going to multiply that and you get 208.84. So remember, with money, we go to the nearest cent and we put a dollar sign in front of it. Number 8, Mark has used 8.5% of a 34-ounce bottle of shampoo. How many ounces has he used? So they're giving you a percent out of a total. So move it twice, 0.085 times 34. You get 2.89 ounces. OZ is ounces. Number 9, there's 2 ways to do this. There were 80 golfers in the first round of tournament, but only 62.5% qualified for the next round. How many did not qualify? So the first way to do this is use the numbers they give you. 0.625 times 80, and that gives you 50. 50 is how many did qualify. So 50 qualified, they're asking us how many did not. So you would have to do 80 minus 50 to give you 30 golfers for your final answer. So you need to make sure you read the question super carefully. The other way you can do it is this. If 62.5% qualified, if you take 100 minus 62.5, you get 37.5. So 37.5% of the golfers did not qualify. So then you could do 0.375 times 80, and you get your 30 right away. So if they're asking for the opposite of what they give you, you can either use the numbers they give you and then subtract your answer from the total, or you can take your percent away from 100% and multiply that by your total to get your final answer. Number 10, Tom's a lawyer who makes $132,000 per year. His legal assistant, Alec, makes 53% of that. So 53%, 0.53 times 132, 132,000. $69,960. So if they give you a total and they give you a percent, move that percent, the decimal into percent 2 times, and then multiply to get your part.